everybody! Hi guys!
Hello!
So, this is Reddit and Weep. And I am Eminog, and this is...
Jay!
Woo! And we've got a little bit of a different Reddit and Weep today. Doo-doo-doo. For some of you wondering, excuse me, Jay's supposed to be saying that. Why are you saying it, Eminog? Well, today we're doing a special edition of Haunted Holidays. So instead of doing Am I the Butthole this week, we are doing Haunted Holidays, a special edition of Are You a Skeptic or Are You a Believer?
That's
Jay,
are you a
or
skeptic
a believer?
or are you a believer?
I love that!
I am definitely a skeptic.
So you're a skeptic, and I am a natural believer.
Emmy, can you
However-
just turn yourself up a little bit? Apparently you're quite low and I've got your max at my end. So can you just increase your gain slightly?
How's that?
We'll see what Mash says, because it was Mash who said it was a bit quiet.
Okay, I'll move a bit closer to the mic as well. There we go. Might be that. But yes, so are there any natural believers or skeptics out there? Please do tell us in chat, because we like to know these things. How we're going to run this is I have got some spooky Christmas festive-y themed stories that from the depths of Reddit. Yes, I went onto Reddit.
I'm sorry.
Happy, Jay?
I'm sorry.
Happy? I went onto Reddit.
You will never be the same.
No.
Reddit now has your soul.
And I found some spooky stories because I am a huge fan of the spooksome, if you didn't already know. Did you know? Did you know?
We had a clue.
Yeah. So we decided what might be a nice idea is if we tell some spooky stories for the festive season and try and prove them and debunk them. Now, because I am, like I say, a natural believer, however, I also consume a lot of material on this, so I do know how to debunk quite a lot of stuff. And Jay is a natural skeptic.
Yeah, I don't believe a word of this supernatural bullshit,
yeah,
so I mean rubbish, so...
So he's more inclined to disbelieve. Now, can we either, for each story, turn me skeptical or turn Jay into a believer?
Yeah, good luck.
That's the question. So the votes are going to be a little bit different again. What I'm going to ask you to do is...
there was a poll saying who will swear first. I didn't know they'd done that.
You lost, please.
I did loss. I did loss. Loss? I did loss?
I did
no,
loss.
I did lose. There we go.
We've started already. When I was practicing my intro as well, I said wed it and reap. So
you did.
No. So how it's going to go is we're going to go through the story, then we're going to kind of talk a little bit about debunking, and those of you who out there who are skeptics and believers, I want you to throw in chat your debunking or why this could be true and the phenomenon that you're interested in, and then we're going to go against each other, so the believers are going to go against the skeptics. But if you change your mind for a story, because sometimes that might happen, then you're going to vote on if you believe in that particular story or if you are skeptical about that particular story. Because some of them might be absolute trash. We don't know. Well, I do, because I've read them. But we don't know.
That's fair. I think they're all going to be rubbish.
I mean, fair, Sonia. I would have probably voted for me too. So that is absolutely fair. Anyway.
I can't end that poll. I don't know who started it.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But whoever started it's going to have to finish it. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Right. So, just a quick, we don't want to do a poll for this, but a quick kind of show of hands in chat. If you are a skeptic, can you type, if you can't spell skeptic, because we couldn't to start off with, you
just
can
type septic.
Or septic, whatever you want.
The graphics nearly said septic.
And if you're a believer, let us know also, because then that gives us a little bit of an idea of what we're up against. I started it, but there's no option to close early. Oh, great! 5 people voted for me to swear first. You're all losers. Okay, so Franzen's a 50-50. We didn't have a vote for that. So, what I would say then is for each story, if you are leaning more towards the skeptic or more towards the believer, even if you're not fully invested, go for that. Okay?
That's fair.
Biz, I nearly read out your comment. Thanks a lot, hon.
Yeah, Biz says don't say the F word or... That's not a swear word, isn't bugger?
That is a swear word.
Is it heck?
It is.
Is it heck?
Mash? Is that a swear word? Yes, it is, Jay. Say.
Don't care what Mash says. Mash is wrong.
Teacher's pet. Right. So, Mash, are you a believer or a skeptic? Or are you septic? Whatever. Should we make a little start? What do we think, Jay? Are you excited?
I'm ready when you are. Let's do this. It's going to be nice change for somebody else to do the reading and me to get to listen along.
No, I'm scared. I'm gonna absolutely mess up. Hang on, where did I put the thing? My reading document. Where is my reading document? Here we go. Right, so the first story we've got today is called... Oh, I wish I had like some weird thing on my mic which made my voice go all spooky. Oh, did we have spooky music on, or have we got Christmas music on?
We've got Christmas music on. It's Haunted Holidays.
Just pretend it's spooky Christmas music, okay? Right, so this one is called...
Don't take over my show and then moan about the tech.
No, I couldn't hear it because I've got the stream muted, you daft egg. Right, the girl in the gown. During the 80s, the family had a Christmas party which ended in the wee hours of the morning. My mum, with her cousin, were taking the trash outside before they slept, and saw that their neighbour across the house was sitting by the gutters, smiling at them.
No, he's a wrong one. Bet he's on a register.
Oh, I think it was a woman.
I bet she's on a register.
It's the girl in the gown, Jay. Just say it.
It doesn't say she was wearing a gown.
Okay, so before we go any further, there's a girl in there's a woman, a neighbour, sat in the gutter smiling at you. In the wee hours of the morning. What's your first feelings if that was you, Jay?
I'm going to assume this is in America, so I'm probably going to ring the police.
But if it's your neighbour...
Depends whether I like them or not.
Okay, so...
Are they dodgy? Are they a crackhead? Or are they like a nice neighbour? It depends on the neighbour.
That is actually very true. Blue said boot him in the head. We don't incite violence, but also... Has anyone seen that movie Smile? Because that's the image I got in my head when I read this. That... I don't like it. But yeah, horrible. Okay, so she waved hi, and the girl smiled and waved back. Then her cousin shook her and said, "That's not..." And I said, insert neighbour's name, so I'm going to call her Sheila. That's
I was just going to suggest Sheila.
No, you weren't.
I was.
See, the spookiness is starting already. Burn the witch. Burn the witch.
Isn't that you?
Yeah, that's me. Damn it. Damn it. That's not Sheila. She then realised that the neighbour had shoulder-length hair, and the girl in front of them had long, ankle-length hair, and wearing a long white sleeping gown. Does anyone wear sleeping gowns nowadays?
Sometimes.
Like, what is a sleeping... Is it just
It's
like...
just a nightie.
Oh, a nightie.
Yeah.
Right. I'm no witch, just... Yeah, okay.
We know, Blue.
So, sleeping gown is a nightie. And also, do you call bedclothes... Do you call... What is it? A duvet bedclothes? Because I heard a couple of people call them bedclothes recently. And
It's
it
a
made
bit
me
old-fashioned.
laugh so much.
Yeah, it's a bit old-fashioned. I'd go with bedding rather than bedclothes, but...
I'm just going to put on my bedclothes.
Oh,
yes.
you mean your clothes you wear for bed?
Yeah.
Right, because to me, bedclothes
No,
are
sorry.
sheets and
No,
pillowcases
sheets.
and
Yeah, bedclothes. I found that really funny because it just the image of like bed putting on a t-shirt just made me laugh. Bedclothes to me would be sleeping in. Yeah, same. Like, oh, I'm just putting on my jammies and bedclothes.
It's just an old-fashioned way of saying it.
Yes. So, they both started screaming and ran back into the house. Now, I wasn't sure if that was the neighbour and the mum and her cousin screamed at each other, or the mum and the cousin screamed at the neighbour and ran off. I wasn't quite sure what that was.
It sounds like it's the two, who I'm assuming are kids at the time. It sounds like it's the two kids screaming and running away.
Yeah, okay. So, the next morning, they learned that the neighbours weren't actually at home. They were spending Christmas in the province. Not sure if it was a ghost, but here in the Philippines, it would be so uncomfortable. It would be really uncomfortable wearing a long sleeping gown since we're in a tropical country. Ooh. So, Jay,
Yeah?
first thoughts.
Woman in a wig.
So you think it was the neighbour in a wig?
Well, it was someone or someone with long hair. What about this makes me think that it would be a ghost at all? It's just a person in the street.
Because, so the thing that is the creepy thing here is that it had their neighbour's face.
Did it? Did it really? Or was
Apparently.
it slightly dark and they were a bit young and their imagination made them think it was the neighbour's face?
Okay, yeah. So we have skeptics out there. Give me a hoy and tell me if you think the same as Jay. So we've
Or
got
maybe
Jay...
they went and got a knife and literally had their neighbour's face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe they cut it off.
So they went full on Ed Gein.
Yeah, and wore it like a mask.
Oh my
Hello,
Do you know what?
my name's Sheila.
Did I ever tell you that weird story of that chat up line that guy said to me once? And he said, "You've got a pretty face. I would look awesome wearing it."
That was a red flag moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then guess what? It turned out years later that he started a true crime podcast series, and he idolises serial killers. I'm not saying that that's weird about, because I mean, I listen to true crime podcasts, but I don't idolise serial killers.
No.
I have a shirt with that on. Do you really?
A shirt with what on?
Wearing something? That's a nice face. I'd look good wearing it.
Oh, right.
So Mash thinks that they saw what they expected to see. So for those believers out there, does anybody know anything about oh my god, the word's just completely gone out of my head. Doppelgangers. So does anyone know anything about doppelgangers? Where's a true? A true needs to come in and back me up on these things.
You mean the
Also,
statistically probable fact that it's quite likely that you'd come across somebody who looks quite like yourself?
So, oh, is that an event? Damn it, a true, you're letting me down. Your face is nice, it would look good on my wall.
It's not as good as your face is nice. Can I use it as a chair?
Yes. Kath, you're a spooky witch. Come on, help me out. We need some more believers in here. So, a doppelganger, kind of, not rumour has it. What am I trying to say? Like,
Supposedly?
yeah, so a doppelganger is a type of supernatural being that can take on the shape, mouth, and physical aspects of somebody, and then kind of scare people, lead them into unsuspecting, like take them off into the woods and then murder them, or they'll just go missing, and then the doppelganger will then take on their personality and their voice and things like that. So there is many stories out there, quite a lot in the Appalachian mountains.
Really?
America.
That place in the middle of nowhere where they all drink moonshine? Who'd have thought that they come up with stories like that?
Oh my god, I think there's so many skeptics in here. I'm going to have to be like holding up the fort for believe it. But yeah, there is for those of you who are interested in doppelganger phenomenon, it's really actually quite interesting. Did anyone see that picture that was circulating on TikTok where a guy got on a plane and he was sat next to another guy that looked exactly like him? So that isn't doppelganger phenomenon. That is just two people that probably share DNA somewhere down the line meeting in real life.
Yeah, we all share DNA if you're far back enough.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yes, so Blue said the other doppelganger theory is that if you see your doppelganger, you will die and they'll take your place. Yeah, there is also that.
Who comes up with this rubbish?
This is the thing. It's like most kind of stories and theories and things. They're not just kind of made up. They are years and years and years of tales being told from phenomenon and things that have happened that people can't explain. And then that has gradually, around the world, people have shared stories. And obviously Reddit is a place where people can share stuff that's happened to them, and then lots of people have come forward saying, actually, I've discovered this and I've discovered that. I did want to do a story on the black-eyed children, okay, but it's not Christmassy, so if we've got time, I will pull up a black-eyed children story at the end.
Cool.
Because it is fascinating and it's really weird. Anyway, so what do we think? So Jay thinks that either it was a trick of the light and they thought they saw their neighbour weirdly in a sleeping gown in the Philippines.
Kids, their imagination goes bananas when they're kids.
Yeah. Or do you believe that there was a doppelganger? Mash said, it's the stories where people hear their name called in the forest out in the wild and you're not supposed to answer. Yep. Could we have a...
The only time I've ever had my
for-
name called out in the woods is when I was hunting for somebody on Grindr. Does that count? No?
I hope you can see my face.
Of course I can see your face.
So could we please have a poll for skeptic, believer, still unsure? Oh, the poll timed out. Did we have it up?
We'll need a new one. I blame Blue.
Black Eyed Boy is also an excellent song by Texas. Correct. So for this one, I have to be honest, I'm a natural believer.
Oh, we've got the prediction result in.
Oh,
and another one. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. We've got one open now.
ooh.
There we go. So place your wagers, ladies and gentlemen, unless you're in Sweden or one of those other places that doesn't let you place wagers. Do we feel this was real or fake? How are we feeling about it?
We mean supernatural. I have to be honest. Even though I'm a believer, I think that this one is pushing on. It's probably what you thought, a trick of the light. It's probably not somebody that's cut someone's face off and is wearing it.
But it could be.
I mean, it could be. It could be.
My name's Sheila.
Things is like for stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure. So I had to end the new one.
So have you had a look through the Reddit post itself to see what the consensus on Reddit is?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So I have.
Good. So we do get a definite result. That's good.
Yes. So I have been through to see what people thought. So I do know. If you want, I could read. Oh, maybe I could read out some of the comments.
So Blue says, I think it was just a local housewife taking a mental health break from her husband and kids.
So
Emmy, when you want Mash to end the votes, if you let her know, then she will close the poll for you.
Okie dokie. Come on, guys, put some more votes in. Come on. So actually,
I can vote today, can't I?
Yes, you can vote.
I can't normally. I can today.
Yeah.
So
some of the comments, I can't find the actual post at the minute, but some of the comments I remember, one was very similar to what Blue said in terms of it's probably just a local housewife who's had a bit of a breakdown and she just needed some time to get out, and that the neighbours might not have seen her for a long time and she's grown her hair. Others were things like, were they on holiday? Was it like Halloween, or was it a fancy dress or something like that? You can't end the vote if I vote.
No, if
Oh.
so, if you're a moderator, when you try and vote, it says if you do, you won't be able to close this poll. So I can't close the poll now because otherwise you'd just be able to hand yourself all the channel points.
I see. You thought I'll close it. Oh, thanks, Blue. Some others though were talking about the theory of the doppelganger. I actually don't know where that originates, but doppelganger sounds German.
The word sounds German, yeah, but whether that's
Yeah.
originally where it comes from or not, I don't know.
Do you know what? Could somebody maybe look that up? That's I'd quite like to know. I should probably know that. Oh, hey, Biz. Sorry, hon. I thought you were busy tonight. I'm sure you told me you were busy, but maybe I lied. Maybe I can't remember. But if you're not, that would be amazing if you could help us with the predictions and stuff tonight.
Mash
Yeah,
says
so-
Google.
Google. I don't want to Google right now. Let me check. Where does the term doppelganger originate from? Sorry.
So while
So it
Emmy's
is German.
googling that, can somebody close the poll for us, please?
Thank you, Jay. So yes, the word doppelganger comes from Germany. Oh my god, I nearly said something really bad then. Literally meaning double walker, not what I was going to say.
You were going to say a naughty word that begins with W, weren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I was.
That word for self-pleasure time.
Yes, I was. So we borrowed it apparently in the 19th century, and it describes a ghostly spectral replica of a living person, often seen as an omen of misfortune. This originates from German folklore, so it does actually originate from Germany.
Cool.
Cool. Right, so let's have a look and see what people thought. I just thought I'm gonna have to PM you and let you know which one to put on the screen, aren't I?
Oh yeah. How are you sending me the message?
Facebook, is that alright?
Yeah. Just so I get the right app open.
Maybe who be TYG Max in today?
Right, ready when you are.
Right. So, have we ended the poll? Could we
Yep.
end it?
Yep,
Yeah.
once that box at the bottom goes black, it means the poll's been ended.
All right. Okay. So how do we get it up on the screen to see who won? Oh, you're gonna put the thing up first.
When I've done the thing, whoever ends the poll, then it'll pop up and say who's won.
Cool. Right. So, was Reddit skeptical or were they believers?
Are we ready? Here we go. It's on screen, Emmy.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear it, can I? So yes, Reddit was indeed skeptical. There were, however, a lot of people who were upvoting the doppelganger thing. Look at me talking about upvoting. I'm getting there. I'm knowing the lingo.
Ooh, I got my credits back.
So well done, Team Skeptic out there is currently. So we're 1-0 at the minute. Not that I'm keen to score or anything. But,
No,
you know,
no,
1-0.
of course not.
1-0. Right, the next one is called
Ooh, hang
the
on.
Ghostly Card. Sounds super spooky, right?
Yeah, there's nothing scarier than a card. Oh no. Beware, that one's a christening card. Oh no, it's gonna get me.
Has anybody ever had a ghostly card? So one of the reasons why I picked this one is because I never heard of a ghostly card before, and I thought,
Do you mean you just open it and it goes? Whoa.
honestly, I actually laughed when I first thought, what was this? And then I read the first sentence and I felt bad for laughing, and you'll see why in a minute. Meggie said, luckily I'm expected to socialise, or Lurky,
No,
I'm expected
Lurky.
to socialise with mother and brother Pom and the nephews to eat cake. Okay,
Oh no,
so
you've got to eat cake. But enjoy lurking. Thank you for popping by.
right, so the ghostly card, the first sentence. Right, this is why I felt bad. So in between me laughing, the first Christmas after my grandpa died, and there's me crying with laughter. Quickly stopping. The first Christmas after my grandpa died, I was 17 and still very confused on how to handle the. I missed a word.
You did miss a word. You told me you got rid of all the
emotions.
swear words.
I thought I did. Poop show of emotions I was having. Christmas morning, I was sitting on the floor with my brother opening presents when we noticed 2 cards tucked in the Christmas tree. I opened the one with my name on it, and it was in my grandpa's handwriting. Okay, so what do we think so far? He's found a card in with his grandpa's handwriting. So what's the first thing why is that ghostly? Like, okay, he's got his grandpa's handwriting. I don't know, but the first thing I thought was like, okay, so what's that film where that guy dies and he like leaves love notes to his wife every year on her birthday?
No idea.
But it was giving me that. Like, I was like, oh, maybe Grandpa, like, left some cute little cards, like...
Yeah, he'll have left the cards with the kid's mum or dad or something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I thought. Okay, so... Where am I at? There we go. Yeah, so I opened the one with my name in it, and it was my grandpa's handwriting. All it said was, "Love you, Peanut."
Drink!
That was really quite loud. That scared me.
Care package!
Father
Is
Jack says I've
somebody-
got to drink.
Somebody feeling spooky?
Sorry, carry on.
Hot seat boy. Oh, hang on. Oh, hey, pal. Right.
Yeah!
Okay, so he had
Yeah, I was joining in with the things.
Zoe's the best. Just saying. Hope everyone is well. Just coming off the high of running a live show. Oh, nice.
Cool.
So my grandpa passed away in August and had never given me a card for Christmas in my life. So at first I was a bit like, what? But then also, I don't really give Christmas cards because it's like a bit of a waste of paper.
Yep.
So I'm not one for a Christmas card really, so I kind of got that. Okay, so my mum refused to acknowledge this happened, but my brother remembers it as well. Up until about 9 years ago, there was a picture of me holding said card. But when I finally dealt with the grief that I had, I finally dealt with the grief that I shoved down, then the picture vanished. So, is it a ghostly card, or a ghostly picture, or both? What do you think?
I think his mum hid the card because his granddad had written it and said, don't tell him that this is from me, but just hide it Christmas morning so he gets a message from me. So the mum won't tell him that he's done that because that'd be breaking a promise to her dad who passed away. And then the picture's just... They probably put it in a safe place. And you know what it's like when you put something in a safe place, it just vanishes.
Yes, so we have two things here. We have the actual Christmas card from Grandpa, so the ghostly Christmas card that appeared with Granddad's writing in it, which, like you say, could have been written by Grandpa before he died, and then then Mum found it and then put it under the tree and thought it was a nice gesture. But then why would she be like, no, I didn't put it there. That's defo Grandpa's weird ghost of Christmas past coming to...
Because Grandpa, on his deathbed, had said, don't tell them.
Okay, so Grandpa said, don't tell him.
Yeah.
I want to come back as the ghost of Christmas past.
Well, you know what old people are like. They have right weird ideas.
Hey, Ro! So we're doing spooky Christmas stories. Are you a skeptic or a believer? But then, yeah, so apparently somebody took a picture of the kid holding up the spooky Christmas card, and when he finally dealt with the loss of his grandpa that never got him a Christmas card, the picture vanished. So, the picture vanished, but what happened to the Christmas card? Did that vanish too? I've got more questions, which I couldn't find in the comments. There was not an update, which I was really annoyed about. So, chat, what do we think? Do we think that Grandpa beyond the grave left a message for his grandson to say his final goodbyes? Or do we think Mum just put it under the Christmas tree and pretended it was Grandpa's ghost?
It'll be, Kathleen, come here. I've not got long left, love. Will you put this under tree for our what's Peanut when I'm gone, so that he's got something to remember him by. But don't tell him I gave it to you, alright, love? There you go.
See, that does sound believable. However, there is phenomenon around ghosts leaving messages in the form of written word, because apparently it's easier to perform written words than it is to speak in the ghost realm, apparently. Okay, so people, that's why often, you know, like Ouija boards exist, and
What, you mean that toy that was invented by Hasbro?
yeah, that toy, shh. So that's why Ouija boards exist, because apparently it was easier for entities to move an object, so entities that generally move objects are normally, do you know what the word is for
Poltergeist?
Yeah! Oh.
I might not believe any of this rubbish, but it doesn't mean I've never heard about it.
And also, I can't remember what they're called, but there's a special book. It's like a spirit book or something that you can place out and leave. It's a little bit like the one that they have on Phasmophobia, where you can leave the spirit book out and they can write something in it. It's a little bit like that. So that's a similar thing where spirits have been known to write in a spirit book messages for...
In the same way that the Elf in the Shelf moves on its own overnight, yeah? Just checking.
So Sonia says, I'm a believer, but finding this a little bit skeptical. Mm-hmm.
None of these are even vaguely unexplainable, really, at the moment.
I have to be honest, there's not a lot that were very on Reddit, and I went through a lot.
Come on, Redditors, you know the rules. Don't let the
Christmas
truth
related.
get in the way of a good story, and tell us a good story.
So, Blue said, I think no ghost. I think Grandpa left a card. Mum wrote one out for him on Christmas as a support for a grieving son, which seems kind of realistic as well. Right, so get your votes in, finalise it. Do you believe this story, or are you sceptical of this story?
I've thrown 1,000 points to say it's rubbish.
I'm gonna send you the what Reddit said.
Okay. Oh, Emmy's typing. Okay, I have the answer.
Can we close the poll as soon as possible? For those of you that Ro,
Thanks, Blue.
actually, you played Faz. What's the name? Is it called Spirit Book, where they write the spirits write stuff in it? I think it's called a Spirit Book. I'm not being a very good spooky witch right now, am I? Right. So, did Reddit believe this story or was skeptical about the story?
Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
It's there. It's on screen.
Woo! Skeptic! So again, a lot of people believed that it was the mum who wrote the card and left it there for poor little Timmy. I don't know if their name's Timmy. They're just called Timmy now because it's Christmas. The thing you speak into, no,
Microphone.
not Spirit Box. You know the book that you can leave on the floor and then the spirit can write in it? Is it a spirit book?
They haven't
Or
rubbed
does
the
it
word
have a specific
Necronomicon,
name?
have they?
I hope not. Yes, actually, that's the thing. You're into all that Cthulhu stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I
you
don't believe a word of it.
So, do you believe in cryptids?
No, only cryptid dog.
Uncryptid dog.
Yeah.
Are there any? Or is there a name for cryptid believers? Is it cryptoids? Like,
Dunno.
do you believe in cryptids? So cryptids
Blue prefers the
are...
Necronomicon.
Yes.
I thought Blue would have preferred the Necronomicoc, but you know, there we go.
That is also a swear word.
No, Necronomicoc's not a swear word, it's fine. Is peacock a swear word?
No.
Well then.
Okay. Right, you got me there. You got me there.
Might be
Right.
the name of an adult toy available from a certain retailer.
Oh my god. So, moving on. Cryptids. So I couldn't find a cryptid story in here, and I was really quite sad about that because I really wanted there to be a cryptid story. I'm not massive on cryptids. So for those of you who don't know what cryptids are, they're things like Mothman, what's that?
Bigfoot, Slenderman,
Slenderman.
Nessie, I suppose, would class as a cryptid.
Who? What?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Oh yeah, Nessie. Yeah. 100%
Yetis, although they can be the same as Bigfoot.
Yes.
There
The
will be
Kraken.
more.
Oh yeah, the Kraken.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Kraken. The Kraken's probably one of my favourites, actually. Absolutely.
And then you've got your more contemporary ones as well, haven't you? Like you say, Mothman. There's that weird half alligator thing from Florida that I can't remember the name of.
Oh my god, what's that?
It's like half alligator, half child. It's a bit weird.
I don't like it. Hang on. Half alligator, half child.
Florida.
Florida.
I can't remember what it's called.
What? Oh, I'm scared. Jake the Alligator Man, apparently.
I think there is actually a more colloquial term than just Jake.
Jake the Cryptid!
But yeah, that's what cryptids are.
Yes. I couldn't find a cryptid tale, but I really am quite obsessed with the stories of cryptids.
They are
I just
very
think
cool.
They're amazing. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Right, so let's do another one, and then we'll have a little break. So the next one is called Camp Shining.
Oh. Does it have twins in it?
Oh God. No, unfortunately not.
Prediction started.
Right, so remember your predictions are, do you believe in this tale or
No.
do you not?
Oh, sorry. I've got to let you read it first. Sorry.
Okay, so I was walking in the woods once when I saw a blue tent.
Oh, no, not a tent. Oh, run away.
Or what had once been a tent. It was torn to shreds and the poles were snapped and it was all in a messy pile in the middle of a clearing. From a distance, it looked like this clearing was full of cream-coloured flowers. But as I got closer, I realised that they were pieces of paper. Pages from the Stephen King's The Shining, to be precise. They were charred around the outside, as though someone had set light to them, and the fact that they were individual made it look like someone has really wanted to destroy the book. First thoughts.
So someone's gone camping. They've tried to start a fire with a book because it was the only paper they had because something got wet. I'm guessing it's probably in America, so I'm going to say a bear went to the tent and tore it apart trying to get food that they'd left in their tent.
Okay. Chat, what do you lot reckon? Also, The Shining for a little bit of light reading to take camping. Questionable.
It's a great book.
It is, but would you take it on a solo camping trip?
I wouldn't make a solo camping trip. That's a stupid idea.
No, I know. You know what?
Why would you go camping on your own?
My husband does. Weirdo.
Well, yeah.
He can. That's the thing. Like, I couldn't ever just go, oh yeah, I'll just, hike up that mountain and go camp in the woods. Also, wild camping has been disallowed in quite a lot of places in the UK at the moment.
Blue says someone's gone camping, decided to play a prank on people, solved the mystery.
Okay. There's still a little bit left, by the way.
It's true, it could be a prank. I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't thought that they might have done it on purpose. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on. I shrugged it off. It was a very neat setup for whatever project the film students from the nearby school would be making. I told myself, very well done, guys. Very creepy.
Yeah,
so
that's
this
true.
person's thinking that it's like a little project from the film students and they're going to be filming it and it looks really cool. However, it made the news shortly afterwards that a man from the next town over who had been missing for quite some time had finally turned up dead in his blue tent in the woods. I don't know if he was still there when I walked past, and I really don't want to know.
Bear attack. Should have taken bear spray on his solo camping trip.
So what is some of the I'll give you a little bit more context because obviously I've read some of the comments and things.
Oh, does the OP give some further information as well on this one?
So well, yeah, a little bit. So some of the people were kind of saying about bear attacks and things like that. So where it was situated, there were no bears or wolves in that particular area. So, or they were not known. Like there was no like wildcats, no bears. So from what I was gathering, it was either in the lakes or something like the lakes or somewhere that doesn't have that type of animal
Yeah.
there.
It could be a bloke with a knife.
I mean, yeah, so somebody was saying, so what happened in the news? Like, was it a murder? What happened to his body? Yada, yada, yada. So apparently, his body didn't have any significant trauma or damage to him. They weren't sure how he actually passed away. It was eventually deemed as inconclusive. So that they weren't sure whether, I think it was something heart related, but they think something happened before his heart gave out or something like that. So his death was inconclusive. So a lot of people in the comments were suggesting supernatural elements so in that area. I didn't actually find the name of the area because I was really interested in it because it sounded like super creepy. So in that area there was weirdly, like as Mash mentioned earlier, the sounds of people would quite often go for walks around the area and hear their name being called by their friends and family who weren't even with them walking in that area. So they would hear it and think, oh, what the heck? Janice is over there. What's going on? And then Janice wasn't there. So quite a lot of people were thinking that it was not a doppelganger because it's a different type of doppelganger, but they were thinking that he got scared to death, basically.
Well, being scared to death isn't massively unusual. It can cause coronary issues, can extreme fear.
Can that happen?
Yeah.
Can you actually get
Yeah, because it
scared to
raises your
death?
blood pressure, and when your blood pressure goes, because your heart rate starts to increase, your blood pressure goes up, and if you've already got a bit of a dodgy ticker anyway, it can just push it over that a little bit.
Conk it out. Sonia said he got scared, destroyed the book and burnt the pages, then had a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
How high up waves because Viagra at altitude can mess you up. That's
Or
such a blue coded.
get rid of the word up. How high were they? Was this man off his rockers on magic mushrooms and just had a bit of an episode?
I couldn't find anything in the comments and things about.
Because I'd love to see a toxology report on him.
Yeah, so a lot of people were asking about that actually because they were thinking, oh, maybe he had hypothermia, maybe he. Because I don't know if many of you know the symptoms of hypothermia, but if you get too cold, sometimes you can go a little bit insane. You can take all your clothes off, you can act out and do ridiculous things. He might have then like ripped his tent up and tried to light a fire with the book pages, like a lot of people were saying that.
Or he ate some berries he shouldn't do and got poisoned that way, or so many different things could have caused him to do it himself.
Yes.
Or it could have been somebody else.
Yep. It could have been someone else. It could have
Like,
been...
I fully believe in serial killers.
Yes. Well, they actually do exist.
Exactly. So it could have been a serial killer.
It could have been. That's not paranormal. Right, so get your last minute votes in and then end the poll if we can. I am going to send
Did I vote this time? I can't remember.
Jay the result. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry,
first.
I'm not looking yet, so... Did I vote yet? No, I didn't. How many points have I got? Can I do that? Oh, no, I can't do that many. Let's go for that many. All the points.
All the points!
Well, it wasn't all of them, but I threw $4,000 at it. Right,
you
I
ready?
have now voted.
Okay. I have sent Jay the answer. So can we close the poll? I'm delaying getting apple pie to do this prediction. Worthy. Worthy. Totally worth. Right. So honestly, because this was quite a popular one, and reading through a lot of the comments it took quite a while, but it was really fascinating, and I did quite get into a lot of people's comments and the mind. So ready when you are, Jay. If you can shout it out when it's done, so I know it's there.
It's there.
Believer.
I'm not shouting, I'm sulking. I put $4,000 worth of points on that.
So I was shook, actually. So I was quite shook at that people believed this, and I was like, what the hell? So I went down the comment holes and like looked at why people were believing in this, and a lot of people...
Well, there, JaeGee plays minus 4,000.
Oh, hon. A lot of people believed that the Shining book is actually cursed, and this is quite a big thing apparently in
I forgot that Redditors are stupid. Sorry, carry on.
So a lot of people were saying that this book is cursed, and that is why this man died. There was a lot of talk about God and how like it was the devil's work and he shouldn't have been reading the devil's books, and that was a lot of the votes in there, was generally people blaming the book, the actual Shining book. Because I was thinking, what the heck? Like, why are people actually so... And it was by quite a lot, the believing. Like, I was shocked because I thought it was going to be... It was quite a lot. So the Shining, devil's book, don't be reading it or you'll die in a blue tent in the woods.
I didn't die last time I read it.
I have to be honest, I was with Jay on this one as well, so I don't think that the book is cursed. And I think that either he got hypothermia or was unfortunately scared to death because of something. I don't know.
Or murdered.
So, yeah. Or murdered, yeah. There was no sign of like foul play though. But still.
Maybe he was using a barbecue inside his tent and died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, that's a good...
There's loads of different ways of dying while you're camping.
Yeah, he probably... Yeah. Do you know what?
Rose says people don't realise how quickly people can succumb to exposure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Apparently one of the best ways to die is by drowning. Did you know? Apparently you gain like a euphoric experience, something in your brain.
Yeah, it's the bit before that though that I'm not keen on.
Yeah, no, just the whole dying thing is just not...
No, I'll have carbon monoxide poisoning, please.
Yeah.
You just go to sleep.
God. This turned dark.
You started it.
Okay, so I think with that, we're going to go for
Blue would rather die by thigh. Having his head squashed like a watermelon.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little break. I think as well, because we've only got 2 tales left after this one. If anybody has got any spooky tales that we could read out on the stream, or you want to kind of share, can you give me a DM on the Discord? That'd be great. If not, I've got a few spooky tales that I can tell as well, some true life ghost stories that have happened to me. I just thought it'd be nice to share some ghost stories at the end.
Oh, but then I've got to ridicule you instead of strangers.
Yeah, but then
you know
can
it won't
try and
stop
help
me, right?
debunk it. No, absolutely, I need it. Because,
You know, I'm still going to tell you that you're stupid.
I mean, do, because I need some of these debunked. They're not Christmas related, but they are spooky. But anyway, let's go for a little break. We will be back in 5 minutes. Go and have a drink, get a wee.
Or so.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Alright, lovelies. See you soon.
See you soon.
Just landed on it.
If you can see where I am, Spicy got squished by Scruff.
Out of the way, boy! Whoops! Oh, god damn it.
Why
It's
has the
7
music
PM.
changed?
That's what's happened to it.
Oh, I think everything went Halloween-y.
Yeah, if you can you hear the music?
Yeah, it all went Halloween-y and went dark. Alright, okay. Oh yeah, look, there's a big like thing outside. There's a
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
What? Oh!
hello.
There's a
Ah!
pumpkin everywhere. Yeah.
Ah! Ah!
And there's a big shadow
Yeah,
over
no. Everyone back inside.
That
Everyone
fortune
back
teller was
inside.
right!
there.
We do not need to.
Strength! Are you for realsies? If it comes to it, I've got fly. For realsies, you're gonna do that to me? Come on, Blastoise. I can't believe this is how it's gonna go down. Oh! How? You use chloroform? Have you got
Yes.
unlimited chloroform?
Yes, it's one of my skills.
Go. 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 Yes! Cause chaos! Ultimate! Ultimate chaos! Oh, look at that colour. Purple and some orange, yellows.
Right, so be careful here.
Stop! Because of that?
Yep, exactly that. He didn't let me finish.
I was being
Move forward and grab.
forward.
I don't know if you're on the end. Oh no. Oh god. Oh.
I think that was the danger noise from
Um,
Spicy.
And that's it. We can leave. After screen. It's a whole entire scruff. One single unit of scruff. Hey, you ground dog!
Yes! I'm a genius! I'm a goddamn genius, I tell you!
Scruff wants to know, why do you hate your audience?
Because they don't leave reviews. No, I'm joking.
So, what we're hearing there, as an exclusive from MASH, is If you want your favourite character to stay alive and not be filled with trauma, make sure you leave 5-star reviews on every single book that you can. Is that what we're saying there, Mash?
It wouldn't hurt. I mean, I might be right in the end of the series right now, but I haven't released them yet. So, I mean, there's still time for me to kill people. I will. Hello? Oh, yeah, that's hot. Guys, the sun is hot. Hello? Yeah, sun is hot. Sun is hot. Sun is hot. I don't want to fight you. Go away. Go away. Don't want to fight you. Go away. Bye.
Oh, no. I die these. I die these. No! No, Emmy!
Oh! I'm gonna let you live. Goodbye.
No! Oh, it's a luggage.
The panel.
Hang on. I'm not sat down yet. Oh, fuck.
That could be missing, actually.
No!
Third time, Jake.
Come on, jump up.
No, don't fall out again.
We've lost the ball.
Hello, we're back.
We're here with Haunted Holidays.
How was your break, everybody? Did you all have a nice wee?
I had a really good wee, and also I had to shoo my stinky poo out of my bed because.
I thought you meant you had to shoo your stinky poo down the loo, because you were gone a while this time.
Yeah.
I thought you'd gone for a poo.
No, chance to be a fine thing. Bunged up.
Mash has got snacks and a food shop arrived.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just been put on blooming lactulose, and my goodness, my wind at the moment. Ooh.
Oh my god. So I obviously have to take it because we are the spoonies and have to take tablets that make us bunged up. So yeah, windy pops.
Yeah.
House porridge.
Yeah, there's been some random rancid gases escaping from my bumhole recently.
So for those of you that just come in, hello. We are doing Haunted Holidays today instead of Am I the Butthole? So we are telling spooky stories related to the festive season, and we are trying to either debunk them or prove them. And we're doing a little vote and seeing what Reddit thought as well. Hey,
Yep.
Tweedle.
And Kath, that's why I've got the medication, because I nearly did RIP my ANUS.
Tweedle, are you a believer or a skeptic when it comes to the paranormal? So I am a big believer in ghosts. I am a ghost believer. I'm not sure about cryptids. I'd like to think they existed, but I'm not sure about cryptids. But I'm definitely a believer in ghosts and the paranormal. I've had a few of you already send me a couple of stories, so please feel free. If you don't have me on Discord, then maybe send them over to Jay or somebody else, Mash, and then she'll send them over to me, because we absolutely love listening to your stories, and we love the involvement from the community, because you lot are what make TYG amazing.
Absolutely. I do have to say, though, I am with Mash, open for the universe to prove them wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would be... I'm more than happy to be proved wrong, but it's yet to happen. I've yet to find anything that has no explanation where my brain goes, oh, well, the only option then must be the supernatural.
Absolutely. And I've always been a believer, because I'm a spooky bitch. I'm just a natural believer in... To be quite honest, I'm just gullible as hell. Like,
yeah, that is true.
It really, and it's really bad sometimes. It's really bad sometimes.
Bless her.
I know. You now have tea and apple pie. I read that as I now have tea and nipple.
I assume he's probably got two of them. And I'm assuming he might not have. He might have less or more than that, but...
Ro, please could you, if you feel comfortable, please could you either... Actually, yeah, if you could send me that over on Discord if you are comfortable with me reading it out, that would be amazing, because I'd love to hear that. If not, that's absolutely fine too. Well, yes, or if you don't have me, you can whisper it to TYG and then Mash can hand it over. Do you know, so I just asked Jay after the break, I was like, how are you finding it on the other side? And Jay's like, yeah, I'm great, I'm just chilling. And I'm like, all this reading! I'm now having a taste of Jay's medicine instead of just sitting there having fun. I'm having oat pillows. What is an oat pillow? What is one of those? I thought it was like, you know, one of those wheat bags that you get that you can put in the microwave.
Nope, don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, yes, one of those. Strawberry yogurt and ginger tea. Oh, yes.
That sounds far too healthy.
I love like oats and.
No, when we finish this, I'm gonna have a chocolate bar and a beer.
Oh, ooh. I don't like beer. Oh, I could have a gin.
You could. You could.
Right. Let's start the next one.
Okay.
So, the next tale is called The Black Cat.
Meow.
And it's not Chaos Calf. It's The Black Cat. I have a black cat, and she is pretty chaotic and also very scary. So, I can get it. Right, so, let's start. Yes. So it says yes because people were basically asking about, so I got this from another post, from another Christmas story that wasn't as good, and then they were asking for other people's stories, so
yep,
that's why it says yes. I was about 16. It was Christmas Eve and snowing heavily. My parents and myself were sitting in the living room with the Christmas tree lights on, having eggnog and opening up my stocking gifts as was our tradition. So I have heard this. Some people open their stocking presents on Christmas Eve. But I'm like, wait, does Santa come and deliver the stocking on Christmas Eve and then come again on Christmas Day? Like, what's that about? Do you have a weird Christmas tradition? Do you?
Me?
Jay? Yeah.
I'm Jewish, so not really.
Oh my god, yeah! How the hell did I forget that? How did I forget that? So you're just a weird tradition anyway.
You can't say that.
I just did. I'm pagan, I've got weird traditions. But yeah, I know people who do the whole thing on Christmas Eve and then sleep in. I mean, that sounds great. I have a Christmas Eve box, so I make everybody Christmas Eve boxes, and then we all open them, and they have like, it's usually pajamas, a book, and then some kind of like nice, like drink that we can all share together, and we all get in our new jammies, and we all cute. One box, please, Emmy. Huh? Huh? Oh, you mean you want a Christmas Eve box?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I'll send you a Christmas Eve box of nudes.
Was that of nudes?
No, I meant noodles.
Right, because I don't want that box.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. We suddenly heard the door knocker banging really loudly 3 times. We see no one out the window, but my dad opened up the door and looked down. There was a bloody black cat laying across the threshold, across the snow. Oh god, I've missed another one.
You have, you're terrible at this.
What was messed up was that there were no human footprints in the snow, no tyre tracks, and logistically there was nowhere and no way that we would have not seen anyone if they put that cat there. It was still alive, so we shut the door and left it there, and it was gone in the morning. So there's a bit more. But let's just stop there for a second.
Like, I'm not the biggest fan of cats. Let me start by saying I don't like cats. However, were I to open my front door and find a dying animal lying on the doorstep, then, well, then there's one of two things you've got to do, isn't there? You've either got to help it or help it, if you know what I mean. But you can't.
I know, Jay doesn't like cats. What?
No, I've got a weird phobia of. No, I've got a weird phobia.
Gosh. Cats are ace.
No.
So, I was about to, like, completely go berserk on this. I don't even have a Reddit account. I was going to create a Reddit account and flame them to all smithereens. However, they followed it with a big fat not. And then a lol. And I was a bit like, okay, not fine, but no, that's not funny.
Nope.
So they said
it'll
not.
be fine, Mash. We'll sort it out somehow. I'll just suck it up.
Yeah, you better. Because we've all got one. Or two, or three.
It's fine.
Okay, so... Oh god, hang on. Little bit. Christmas burp.
I'll just squeal a bit if it jumps on me. But other than that, it'll be alright.
My family and myself are huge animal lovers. Of course we took it in and made it comfortable. It was a young male that was not fixed. I think that meant that it was not...
It hadn't been castrated.
Yeah, or... had
No,
like
fixed means snip.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, does it? Right, okay. And had been in a terrible fight. A few days later, we took it to the vet and he recovered nicely. The weird thing is, aside from the knocking and the no footprints in the snow, was my mum gave it to a friend of ours that lived down the street. About 4 or 5 months later, the cat, now happily a part of the family, woke them up by howling and screaming. Oh, I missed another one.
Did you even
Freaking the
check
hell out.
this?
I did. I actually did. I was like, oh, there's no swears in this. Turns out an electrical fire had started in the garage and one of the cars was on fire. They all woke up, everyone was okay, and the car didn't blow up. Only the garage was damaged. I'm guessing the car, because that was on fire. They were very lucky in general, but especially because there was all kinds of flammable stuff in the garage. Initially, they called him something daft like Shadow, but then they renamed him Clark, after Superman. He was a really nice cat and lived to be pretty old. So, the thing here is, at first I was like, well, the cat clearly was in a fight and then crawled to the thing, but I'd forgotten about the knocking on the door. There was no footprints. What do we think?
You've never seen my dog trying to get in the door, have you?
No.
He just runs at it with his head. So why can't a cat be as stupid as my dog?
So you think the cat just ran into the door 3 times with its head?
My dog would.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah. And then
Or
injured
kids
itself.
throwing snowballs at the door.
Yes.
Or
apparently it was
wind
nice, but-
blowing and the letterbox flapping, because ours does that when the wind blows.
Yes. The thing is, so somebody had commented that actually about the letterbox. People generally know the sound of their letterbox compared to a knock, right? So
You'd think so,
How
but
is
the
that?
amount of times that my husband goes to answer the door when there's no one there because it's the wind.
yes. Maybe the cat yowled. Our dog would get on his hind legs and push the door to knock it at night because he didn't want to sleep alone. Yeah. So the first bit. What about the second bit where the cat woke everybody up because there was a massive fire? Do we
Animals'
think
senses are so much better than ours.
that... Yeah.
Like, you get dogs who can sniff when someone's going to have a seizure and all sorts of things. That. So the cat probably just knew there was something wrong.
Yes. So, oh yes, a truce here. A truce. You need to help me out on Team Skeptic, Team Believer.
See, I've got her on Team Skeptic now.
My cats can tell when it's a delivery guy before me.
Yep.
Yeah, so, trawling the comments, a lot of people were saying that, you know, there was more than two black cat phenomenon. So the first one is obviously the black cat is an omen, a bad omen, and that is bad luck. But this one doesn't seem to be bad luck. This one seems to be a good luck cat. So some people are saying, well, in the comments, there were some people saying that the black cat is quite often can come in the form of a dead relative that is now reincarnated into a cat, which is usually black, and then they will be your guardian angel and will protect you from fires and things like that. And they usually appear wounded. So that is apparently, I'd never heard of this before, but that apparently is one of black cat phenomenon.
According to Reddit.
Yes. A true said black cat's bad luck is Christian propaganda. Yes. Oh, see, this is why you're really
Aren't most things.
Yes. Black cats have good luck and familiars. Exactly. So, black cats generally are, because they don't photograph well, because they're black and they don't have, lighting and stuff. People generally don't like to have black cats because they don't photograph well for Instagram.
They do if you know how to use a camera.
Yeah. So black cats generally aren't wanted in quite a lot of, litters of kittens and stuff, which is really sad. And black cat has been associated with familiars and witchcraft, and a lot of the reason being is because black cats were vast.
Beelzebub von Battenberg is the best name for a cat. I'm sorry, Atru. You win.
Beelzebub von Battenberg.
Yep.
That is the best cat name ever. Void babies, absolutely.
Apparently Blue wants to adopt all the void babies.
Yes. And also, so there was some, obviously there was this whole, the Christian stuff that was like, but I didn't think that Christians believed in reincarnation. But apparently, you can be reincarnated into a black cat and then be a guardian angel.
Christians years ago used to believe in lots of things that wouldn't quite class as being Christian nowadays.
Okay. But then obviously there was the other thing of the familiar. So black cats would generally gravitate towards somebody who is more connected with the earth and the roots of
like dead people,
paganism and things like that.
I thought you meant corpses.
Not dead people. No. So familiars would turn up and be needed to be looked after, and then somebody in that house would be more susceptible to paganist roots, or they would have magic or that sort of thing. I don't know how.
Blue wants a cat.
Neither of you understand how broody I am for cats. I love cats. Cats are the best. What sort of cat would you get? Or
I'd get a
mine's
dog.
Mine's just a non cat.
Nah,
Just a black cat.
doggos. It's all about doggos.
Doggos are cute, but they're hard work. They're like kids. They're worse. They're worse
Aww.
than kids. Riku was the only non-void in his litter, and he's devil spawn.
I was gonna say, you can't say dogs break everything. When how many things have we seen Riku break recently?
That's
like
true.
Mash's telly.
Mm-hmm. Sparkle fell off the counter like an hour ago. So what do we think? Do we think that this cat is either reincarnated from one of their family members and has come back to rescue them from the fire that they knew about, or was smashing its own head against the door to get in? What do we chat? What?
So,
explain the knocking, because that bit for me is the bit that's not like sending me a little bit.
Anybody got any other ideas other than mine?
Because
I did vote for I'm a Believer this time, by the way, just in case I can get some of them channel points back.
just in case you
Yeah,
get some
so it's not what I believe, but I was like, oh, and also, nobody's been on the opposing side all night, so it's like, oh, well, at least if people win, they'll get something now.
Thanks, Ro. Mash's telly, Mash's sofa, Nook's bag, Scruff's hand, Mash's shoulder. Shall I continue?
See, cats break things too.
Cat probably fell down and hit stuff that sounded like a door. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could have fallen off the roof and smashed itself. So for me, when I was reading it, I was like, oh, I'm a massive believer in. Do you know there's this thing on TikTok. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Where I can't remember what their phrase is or hashtag that they use, but it's when a cat finds you when you in a time of need, and then it looks after you. And it's
the cat distribution system or something like
That's
that, isn't it?
Yes. So my friend had that happen to her, and she'd just gone through a really, really bad loss in her family, and a cat just came into her window one day and never went away. And I had the same when I was younger. I lost a grandparent, and then a black cat who's very similar looking to the cat I've got now. I called her Sid. She was so cute. She just turned up and would not leave my room, and she literally looked after me while I was grieving. And I really needed her in that time of my life. So I'm a big believer in that. And I don't know if that's paranormal. I don't know what that is. But
No, I think animals have a sense around things like that. It's like if I'm ever unwell, my dog is like Velcro dog, and just insists on snuggling up, and if I'm feeling sad or anything like that, she's right there in my face. And no, I think they can definitely tell when humans are struggling.
Sixth sense, or do we think that that's just a part of their
We
psyche
probably
that we
give off some sort of pheromones or something like that the dogs or the cats or whatever it is can smell that we can't. It'll be something like that, some sort of signal that they get from us.
So for me, I think I don't know. I honestly don't know. So get your little votes in, and we'll find out what Reddit.
The majority are going for I'm a Believer this time.
So for those of you who put I'm a believer, what is it that you're believing in? Are you believing in?
Also, don't forget they're guessing what Reddit thinks, not what they think.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's
So what's made you put yes though? Because most people have put no to most things, but what's made people put yes for this one? Just curious, really.
I'm a believer, I can leave her if I try.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales. Oi! Sorry. Carry on.
You have a good time there, babe.
Yeah, it's good.
I think just pay attention to us in a way we don't to them, because we're distracted by unnatural things. So a lot of people as well. Sorry, I've still got a little bit of a cold. 1 minute. A lot of people believe that cats, and black cats in particular, have a sense for ghosts and animals. They sense ghosts and ghostly presences. So just while you're getting your votes in, and maybe in a minute we can close the votes, just while I'm telling. So after I was reading some of the comments, oh my god, no, I think I'm right.
Don't yawn, you'll set us all off.
I know. When I was reading some of the comments, some people were saying things like about they were giving some information about their cats and their animals who sensed ghosts in the house and presences, and there was a lot of comments in there saying that how they think that the cat was sent to them to help get them out of the house before anyone was hurt. So it was kind of there's some people that were saying that it was sent by, not reincarnated, but it was sent by someone in their family to protect them. And a few people were like, well, if that's the case, then why did it send it to the neighbour instead of to them? Which, I kind of get that. But it's a good point. Like I'm a believer in that sort of stuff. I believe in, especially, I'm quite connected to animals, and I believe in animal intuition, and I believe that they can pick up on the paranormal more than we do. I put it so someone would go into that song. True, that's actually, this is a bit, I don't know if you're a skeptic or a believer in the paranormal, because I know that you're a spooky witch, but I don't know if you're a believer of the paranormal. That's a good point. I know that you're very like knowledgeable in areas, so it'd be interesting to know. I believe in a thing called muscle mummies. Saved. Animals are very tuned in with people's physical and emotional states, and also with environmental crises. There's many cases where towns will have a load of wild animals leave before being hit by an earthquake. Yes.
Don't worry about the spelling of true. We knew what you meant.
Absolutely. And they always have those in movies, don't they? Like spooky bits where the animals are just like fly off into the distance or something. And, oh god, it gives me the creeps. I'm a believer who likes empirical scientific proof. Do you know what? I knew that. I don't know. I just, and I can't spell. Don't worry.
He spells with an accent. Empirical scientific proof. Hee-haw, I am the Frenchman who likes the empirical scientific proof.
Which I'm a bit like, actually, a true as well. So I don't know if any of you know Uncanny, the podcast, the TV show. I went to watch, so I'm a massive fan of them because they take spooky stories from people and then they do this. They kind of like try and debunk and prove, and they have like a skeptic and a believer on stage who are professionals in their job, and they talk about it, and it's fascinating. I absolutely love it, and if you're into that sort of stuff, I would highly suggest, because the stage work and the present, it's just fantastic. Right.
Also, there was nothing wrong with that accent, true. It was straight out of Hello Hello.
Right, are you ready? Right, Jay, have you got your
I've got my phone. I've done. Mine was done ages ago.
All right, okay. Right, so I'm sending the answer to Jay, and we'll find out what Reddit thinks.
Give us a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Believer. So Reddit believed in the most of the upvotes for believing were generally on the, not that the animal was possessed by a spirit, but that the animals are actually spiritual beings themselves, and that they sense danger, and they're actually here as our kind of either spirit guides. Some were obviously saying spirit guides, some were saying guardian angels, depending on kind of what religion that they were talking about. But majority was, and again, it wasn't as big as the last one, like the difference, but it was quite a higher rate for believer. So well done for those of you who agreed. I was a believer on the sense of spirit guides, spirit guardians, whatever you kind of want to call it. But yeah, if anyone doubts ghost stuff, then come to one of my events where we have a very famous medium with us. So true, what I'm going to do in a minute after this last story is we're going to be reading out some cool ghost stories from the community. If you have any to share, just give me a little DM on Discord. Get them across. Right, so the last one isn't actually a ghost story. It's a cool legend that I came across. It's like a Christmassy legend that I came across when I was doing this research that I'd never heard of,
and I found really interesting and weird at the same time. So I just wanted to add this in, like, as a little bit of a. So there's no voting on this one. It was just a weird little story at the end that I thought was interesting. So hey DC. So this one is called The Legend of Hans Trap. Has anyone out there heard of this before? Because I had not.
Nope. I've heard of Maria von Trapp.
Is that the lady? Who's
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
I thought it was. No, is it true? Absolutely, there's no pressure whatsoever. It's just if you felt like it. But yeah, so I'd never heard of Hans Trap. And I couldn't work out. I think it. So some people were saying that he was originated in France. Some people were saying Germany. But with a name like Hans Trap, I'm thinking, and from the stuff that I read, I think it was more the German one. But I love like weird Christmas folklore. I went down I did the whole ADHD thing of going down a massive rabbit hole of weird Christmas folklore, and I became obsessed. And this one was one that I'd never heard of, and it was one of my favourites. Hans Trap, that's what the Bene Gesserit do to potential... Yeah, I'm not reading that last bit out because I can't read it, but... Yep. But I know it's from June. Right. Hans Trap is what Jay calls their junk. Don't read the... Oh. Whoopsie! Maybe should have started off with that one, DC. Right.
You are terrible.
So we're going to talk about Hans Trap. Anyone have a guess at what Hans Trap does actually first before we go into it? Because that's always a fun one. What do you think Hans Trap does? It is Christmas related, so have a little bit of a guess. Hans Trap. What about you, Jay? First thoughts. What could Hans Trap possibly do?
I believe that Hans Trap is a German aristocrat who captures children and sells them back to their parents at Christmas time, one piece at a time.
Ooh. Oh, that is... Ooh. Blue said, plays trap music at raves. What is trap music? Is that a thing? Don't know.
It's like rap music, but with a T. Trap
said,
music.
Juggles glow sticks.
Yeah.
DC said, falls from Nakatomi Plaza.
It could do, but only after he's crawled through that air vent in a shirt and a little vest. Sorry.
What's that? What am I missing?
Die Hard, dear.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You know, the best Christmas movie.
The best Christmas movie. No, the best Christmas movie is Lord of the Rings. All of them, extended editions.
No, let's not go for a long walk on Christmas.
Yes, I want to. Okay, Hans Trap.
I don't think you've ever given me poo eye through a camera lens before.
Hans Trap, French/German. The story goes that he was a cruel man of great wealth. There you go, Jay. Living in France. So apparently he lived in France. He was believed to have acquired his riches through dark magics and pacts with demons. As such, he was excommunicated by the church. Oh no! And lost all his property and all of his money. The local villagers banished him into the woods in nearby Germany. Driven mad by isolation and wanting revenge on the villagers, he hatched an evil plan to disguise himself as a scarecrow and steal children to eat.
I wasn't that far wrong, really.
Yeah, you were. Honestly, when you said it, I was like, oh my god. He waited in a field until a young farm boy walked past, and he poked him with a sharpened stick and brought him back to his lair to cook. Just as he was about to take his first bite, he was struck by lightning and died. His spirit rises from the dead every Christmas and abducts naughty children into the forest, where they will never be seen again.
You see, if all he'd have done is chopped them up into little pieces and individually wrapped them and sent them back to their parents with a ransom note, they might not have got struck by lightning.
See, this is why you are, like, you should rewrite this and make a story out of it. Because that is a better story. I love it. So, hand strap. I have never heard of it at all, but part of me was a little bit like, is this a way to demonize Germans? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, possibly. When was it? Does it give us a date? I can't remember.
Let me have a look. I don't know if they put a date in there. So, if you could just look it up, if there was a date.
Oh, fine. I'll look it up.
Thank you.
God.
I'm with Emmy. The Lord of the Rings is the best Christmas movie. Franson, I swear. Right, are we doppelgangers? Because this is getting weird.
Oh, 1450. Died in 1503. So
Okay.
that's before Germany actually existed. So they're just using the modern countries.
Modern terms.
Yeah.
Reminder, we'll be watching Die Hard in the Hangout starting Christmas Adams. Christmas Adams?
Think she might mean Christmas Eve.
Christmas Adams. Loads of Adams at Christmas time. That sounds
Is
great.
that Gomez's sister?
Christmas Adams. That's brilliant. Best Christmas movie is Tokyo Godfathers because he's a very flamboyant trans woman. There is a very flamboyant trans woman in it who is the life and oh, this sounds like my type of movie. I've never seen it. I'm gonna watch it. Adam comes before Eve. Does he though? Oh, actually, yeah, probably. Because yeah, exactly, DC. The day before you stinkers. Oh, Adam comes before Eve.
I've never heard it called that in my life.
Eve. Yeah, no, it's Christmas Eve. Never heard of that.
No.
I haven't at all.
Can we not call it Christmas Lilith?
Yes. Christmas
That's much
Lilith
better.
sounds way
Because
better.
Lilith came before Eve.
Yeah, she actually did. Right, so now we have got some spooky Christmas tales to share.
I've even changed the background music to make it spooky for you.
So, can you let me know if you are okay for me to share your name in it, or would you rather keep your name out of my mouth? Just give me a quick message now to let me know. Also, you can choose, because we're all about choice here, whether you would like people to try and prove and debunk the story or not, because yeah, I don't want...
Because if you give me permission, I won't hold back.
Yes. So while you send me that, the people that have sent me the stories, I'll tell mine, and I'm allowing you all to try and either debunk or prove the story. Okay.
Also
So
true,
what's
I
that?
wasn't dissing Lilith, I was just saying Lilith came before Eve.
Oh, no, yeah. No, but nobody disses Lilith. Lilith is bae. Lilith is bae.
Can't
right.
diss Lilith just in case it's real.
Just in case. What are you talking about? Lilith is real. What are you talking about?
But just in case,
Right.
that's one entity I don't want to anger, thank you.
You really don't.
You know, the queen of the demons. Let's not.
You really don't want to anger Lilith. Right, so my story. So I have a few, but this one is one that you know when things happen to you and you still question whether it happened, and you try and debunk it yourself, but you don't really know how.
Yep.
Okay. So, and my nan, who was a total non-believer in any of the paranormal, could not explain how this happened. Okay. So, I was around about 10. And I wasn't having a great day. And I was brought up by my gran and my dad. And so I was round at my gran's house. and we were all having like a picnic tea. And I don't know if anyone had picnic teas back then from your grand's house. It was always like boiled eggs and some ham and a bit of coleslaw and so yeah, you know what I mean, like proper northern picnic tea. And we were all having our tea, and I remember I started to feel really uneasy and not well. And I ran out of the room and went and ran up to the steps. And I don't remember this bit, but it's from what my gran told me. I ran up to the middle step in the house, sat down, and was bawling, crying. My dad and my nan came to me and they were like, "Oh my God, Em, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, are you okay?" And all I kept saying was, "What's happened to Steve? What's happened to Steve?" And they were like, "What do you mean what's happened to Steve? Which Steve? What Steve? Who Steve? When Steve?" I was bawling. Just as like they started to calm me down and get me off the step, my dad got a phone call. And he's on the phone. And he looks up at me like this. And he put the phone down and he looked really angry at me. And he said, "Did you know?" And I was like, "No, what?" And he was like, "How did you know? Tell me how you know right now." And I was like, "Dad, I don't know what you're talking about. I really seriously don't know what you're talking about." And he grabbed me by the arm and he went, "Steve's dead. He took his own life." And later I found out that he'd actually taken his own life on the middle step of his house. But this doesn't stop. So a few weeks later, we have the funeral, everything, goes on, and Steve had a young child. She was only around about 6 months old, and everybody was kind of like rallying around Steve's partner with the new baby and everything. And me and a friend were kind of asked to watch the baby while the mum just nipped to the shop to get some nappies and stuff like that. So they'd all gone off to the shop. Me and my friend Joe, we were just sat there like with the baby, and it was time to take the baby to bed. So I had hold of baby and I was taking her upstairs and cooing, and I got to the middle step and I hear this sound, and it said, "What are you doing?" And it was Steve's voice. And I looked to my friend Joe to see if she'd heard it. She looked to me and just went, "Run." And we ran upstairs and went into the closet, and we stayed there until the mum got back. And I hadn't known at this point that he'd actually taken his own life by being on that middle step. And I didn't know about that until many years later when I was old enough. So was that his spirit? Did he come to tell me that he'd passed before he passed, and that's how I knew? You tell me, because seriously have no clue. If it wasn't for my friend being there and her hearing his voice saying, "What are you doing?" I would have thought I was going mad. But she was there.
What relation to you was Steve? Sorry, I missed that bit.
So sorry, he was my dad's best friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a name that as a kid you'd have been quite aware of and quite a common name for you.
He also lived next door.
Right. Okay. So it's not like you've come up with a name that you've never heard before.
No.
So my response to the first part, where you said something about, what was it? You said Steve's dead or something. Is that what you said?
No, I said, "What's happened to Steve?"
Sorry, what's happened to Steve? That could have been any random thought that a random child has, especially with you being neurospicy. That could have just been the second half of a conversation that you didn't actually say the first half out loud.
Yeah.
I think that could have been, because kids say the weirdest stuff. You'll know you've got one. They just come out with random things.
You've got to admit, though, the timing.
Oh, yeah, but
and the sitting on the middle stair.
Let's not confuse causality with coincidence.
Yeah. I don't
so that will be
coincidence, though. I think everything happens for a reason.
No, but
so...
I'm just giving you my argument
no,
for it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not arguing with you. Not at all.
No, you're welcome to argue with me. It's part of the fun.
Jay is not a believer, you don't say.
And I would say that the thing about the middle step, middle is quite a large area of steps, really.
Yeah.
So just having something in that,
Yeah.
that's a bit vague for me. Is middle step? If it had been the seventh step every time.
Yeah, I wasn't counting steps,
But yeah.
but it was definitely like in the middle of the staircase. And again, the same when. And sorry, I forgot to mention. So you know, when I was carrying the baby girl up the stairs, we didn't know what had happened in.
Yeah.
It was the house and the steps. So the first time when I was at my gran's, so it wasn't. But the second time when I heard his voice was when not my friend Jo, because she was behind me, but when I got to the middle.
So what sort of property was that?
Like a council house.
Was it either a semi-detached or a terraced house?
Let me think. Terraced.
So, on the other side of the wall next to the stairs would have been another house.
Yeah.
So it could just be the coincidence of, again, somebody in the house next to you saying that.
What are
I
you
know
doing?
people are saying that where the new X-Files reboot that people didn't know they needed, which is amazing because that means that I get to be Scully.
Oh, I want to be Scully!
You can't be Scully. You're the believer.
Gillian Anderson's so hot.
You get to look at Gillian Anderson in the form of me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see?
I could do that.
But yeah, that's the way my mind works. I would look for a logical, rational
This is why we're
explanation
good.
for every element of that.
Yeah, because
I'd break
I'm,
it down
like-
into the different parts and look through some sort of way of explaining.
Yeah, because
That.
honestly, for all these years, that is something that has really, like, I've just remembered it all the time, and like I still remember the feeling I got.
Yeah.
And so I don't have many memories from my childhood, like at all, thanks trauma. But and that is one that sticks in my mind.
Oh, right.
it's-
And now I've ruined it. Great.
No, I wouldn't have told it and asked. you
Here's
to
my
try and
childhood
debunk.
memory, my only nice one, Jay. Would you like to destroy
No,
it?
it wasn't a nice one. But I wouldn't have told it and asked you
No,
to,
I know,
to
I know,
help.
I know.
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, actually, I don't understand this. Please try and tell me different. But they don't actually want to
No,
hear it.
and you also know that if you'd have not wanted me to, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
said anything.
Yeah.
But I can understand how that would feel
Yeah,
quite scary.
It was like, and also I remember the way that my dad looked at me, like it was like he was mad at me, like I knew something, and because now I know that he took his own life, and I didn't find that out until I was like 16.
Yeah.
I get that, like I understand, because he might have thought that maybe he'd said something to me, or somebody had told me before him, or something. Like,
Yeah.
I get that, but for years I was left with the feeling of like, oh my god, is this my fault? Like, did I do something? Like, is my like essence or being like responsible for this? Like, for so many years.
I would be quite confident in saying that I don't believe it was your fault at all.
No, I know that now, but I still, I know, and I'm listening to your debunk and everything, and I like the logical part of me is thinking, yeah, but also I was there, and
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. I wasn't
Yeah.
there. I don't know what it felt like. I
Yeah.
don't know what information you took in that you're not verbalizing because you don't
Yeah.
know how to. There's lots of different. I understand why people believe in things. I've just yet to have an experience that would cause me to believe in
Yes.
anything like that.
do you think if you did that would change your mind?
I don't know.
Interesting. Should we have a readout of someone else's?
Yeah, let's have somebody else's and let me know whether I'm allowed to.
So the first person has said yes, that's absolutely fine.
Cool.
Let me just message the other person. And also right, so the first one, this story is from Franson. From
Oh.
one of our own. I'll do yours at second, Ro. Story time. Ro, is it okay that Jay tries to debunk, or would you rather us just leave it open, because both is absolutely fine?
Yeah, absolutely no issues with people just wanting to share it and not have it commented on. That's absolutely fine.
And Franzen said that they are absolutely fine for us to debunk if you want.
Cool.
So, story time. Years back, when I was a
Story
kid,
time.
me and my sister were sleeping at our older sister's place. It was in the middle of a hot summer, but suddenly I awoke freezing and unable to move. I slept on the floor while Sis was on the sofa, and from my place on the floor, I could see the doorway to the hallway. And standing in the doorway was this tall, broad, male shadow figure. For many years, I thought it was a dream and therefore never spoke about it. Until maybe 2 years back. At a family dinner, we were talking spooky things and my sister mentioned that night at our older sister's place. Only she didn't see the same thing that I did. She saw a female shadow figure. That was when I mentioned what I had seen. We both found it very spooky and very strange. So, the first thing I'm thinking of is, so a lot of people in the paranormal community or people have shared the picture that they have seen a tall man. Was he wearing a hat? Because that tends to be quite common. A tall man in a bowler hat or some sort of hat with a dark cape on. That is something I see a lot when I read paranormal stories and stuff. So you don't remember a hat. Oh, thanks, Blue. Jay.
See, my brain instantly goes to sleep paralysis, being the initial incident. So, for those who don't know, sleep paralysis is a form of, it's usually as you're quickly coming out of REM sleep, or you're in that little area just before REM sleep, where dreams and reality kind of overlap a little bit. Some people have something called sleep paralysis, where they physically cannot move, yet what they see is an amalgamation of both reality and almost, I don't want to say hallucination because it's not, it's your dream bleeding through. So that was the first thing that came to mind when I heard that. But then when we got a bit further on and we hear that there's more than one person having seen this, I'm wondering whether that is the fact that they've seen something that wasn't an overly clear shadow, and if it's not clear, your brain is amazing and will fill in the gaps. It's like when we look at clouds and we see elephants. It doesn't mean there's an elephant in the sky, but it looks like an elephant. Your brain looks for patterns and it looks for signals and signs and things that it can get. So it might just be that there was somebody, it could have even been your sister. You said you were your elder sisters. It could have been her, and your brain's filled in the details in one way, and your sister has filled in that detail in another way, would be what I would assume has happened.
Yeah, that, to be honest, like, as a believer, what you've just said makes absolute sense to me. So I have sleep paralysis, and I experience it, and it is horrendous. However,
I can't even imagine. It must be horrific.
So you have to be asleep beforehand, and I don't know if you were, Franzen, I'm not sure, but I have a few, and one of my most scary sleep paralysis demons that I had at a LARP event once, and it was horrendous. And I just remember, like, so at LARP events, I generally share a room with someone, and I was sharing with Bizzle at the time, and he was on like the bed right across the room, and I shot out my hand because that's the only thing I could move, and I grabbed hold of his arm and was clawing at his arm because my sleep paralysis demon at the time is, and I get her when I'm generally quite stressed and really, really tired, is an old lady, and her breath stinks. And this is so not many people generally kind of can smell or have other senses. It's mainly visual, but I smell so intensely, and she smells like damp earth and sewage, and she just sits on my chest and stares at me with her hair hanging down, and it is horrendous. It is so horrible. And the first few times that happened to me, I thought I was seeing a ghost. I did. I was like...
No, I can understand completely why somebody who does suffer from sleep paralysis would think that they were seeing demons or ghosts or whatever. Absolutely, completely get.
So a true said pareidolia.
Yeah, it's the term for somebody who, for creating patterns in things where there aren't, that I was talking about.
So I just typed it and it says, the psychological phenomenon where the brain perceives meaningful patterns like faces and figures in random, ambiguous visual stimuli such as clouds, rocks, and burnt toast. And like, you know, when people see Jesus in their tea bags or something. It's actually just me in a dress and a wig.
Biz, will you please stop sitting on Emmy when she's trying to sleep?
I know, thanks.
That's very rude of you.
Right, so let's do Rose now. And Rose said that
We'll put in chat that she's happy for me to talk about
happy.
it. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I used to babysit for my cousin who was being raised by a single mum, who was going out with her friends a lot after spending a hefty amount of time grieving her partner who died in an accident in a military base that he worked at. Every time I'd be there, I just felt this weird pressure and uneasy feeling, and always felt like I was catching things out of the corner of my eyes. I used to take a book with me and just tried to keep my gaze fixed on that once the little lad had gone to sleep. He was old enough to sleep through the night and was never bothered, so it was just a lot of long nights and long nights quietly it was just a lot of long nights quietly fear sweating for seemingly no reason and trying not to look up from my book. Be there. One night I heard a thud from upstairs and thought the lad was up, so I'd better go and check on him. I got up and there was more thudding, and I thought it was the sound of his footsteps running across the landing, so I legged it up the stairs, and at this point, instead of looking right where his bedroom was, I was looking left, thinking he'd run into the bathroom. But as soon as I hit the landing, I froze. The sound was behind me. The quick thudding, and it wasn't footsteps. I knew that sound because in the daytime I had a go at hitting the speedball, the same punching bag boxers used to practice, hanging just inside the kids' room, and without turning around, I just knew in my bones that this 7-year-old child hadn't woke up in the middle of the night to practice speedball. When I say this thing was swinging wildly from side to side, it was literally bouncing off the door frame. I'm not exaggerating. I've never been more scared in my life. I couldn't even go in to check on the kid. I just ran downstairs, got on the phone to my parents to call them, and told them to come over. When they did, I told them what I'd seen, and they turned white. We checked in on the kid, they stayed with me till my aunt got home, and it was only afterwards they told me that her deceased partner was an avid boxer. I didn't question what I saw, even once. Oh my god, my body literally went cold. Oh my god. So, I'm guessing the kid was still asleep, and that wasn't boxing in the middle of the night. I don't know. What, my blood's gone cold.
Or were they pretending? Had they given that bag a bit of a push and then gone back to sleep?
So, bit of a push. So she said that she heard like bam 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 bam, like running across the floor. So it was like multiple bangs.
What, you mean like a child running back to jump into bed because they've just made a loud noise?
Possibly.
Door was always open.
So for me, that is...
Yeah, but...
We sent shivers down my spine.
If the door's open, that doesn't make a difference to him getting out of bed and then jumping back into bed when he hears you coming up the stairs and pretending to be asleep?
So she heard the noise coming from the bedroom
Yeah.
and thought that if the kid was running across the landing, then he would be in the bathroom. So she looked towards the bathroom, nobody was there.
As in this thing was going like it was being hit at the time. Oh, okay.
Oh, stop it! Oh my god, that is so creepy! But also kind of heartwarming at the same time. Like, was he there practicing? Oh, I'm a believer, so for me, he was definitely there doing a little punch bag, like, in the middle of the night. I want to believe, so therefore I am.
I'd love to be able to suspend my disbelief and be able to believe in things like this. I really would. But my brain just races and wants to try and find logical, rational explanations. So I'm thinking about drafts blowing things. I'm thinking about children getting out of bed. I'm trying to think of all the different ways that it could be accounted for. Like with you, Emmy, I don't doubt that the experience was scary.
And real for me. Yeah.
And real for you at the time. But the also memory is quite a fickle thing. And if you want to remember something in a specific way, eventually you will remember it happening exactly as you wish to remember it.
Yeah.
So I also don't have a massive amount of faith in human memory because it's very easy to manipulate memory as well.
Right, we've got time for one more quick one.
But I do believe that everybody believes what they are saying. I don't believe anybody's lying. Just to be clear, I don't believe anybody's lying.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got one quick one before we end from Blue Woo. So, Blue said, not something that happened to me, but something well known at St. Francis Xavier University I went to. And several friends had run-ins with a ghost called the Blue Nun. She was a nun at the original convent the school was built on back in the 1600s, who was assaulted and impregnated by a priest, leading her to take her own life. Oh. Following that, she would roam the halls and continue her duties. One of the main legends was that if you were sick and placed a chair facing your bed, the Blue Nun would visit you, nurse you back to health overnight. Oh. However, if you place your chair facing your bed whilst you were well, she would... while you were well, she would haunt your dreams and terrorise your sleep in vengeance. People swore that they heard her footsteps through the halls at night and her presence in their rooms, checking on them while they slept. Everything from taps turning themselves on in the night to things in their rooms being moved. I never had an experience myself, but several close friends did. Oh, the Blue Nun sounds ace! That's quite sad.
Yeah, that is quite cute. That like Francis said, it's kind of nice that she would nurse sick people. That is quite cute. Obviously, my brain's going to, well, there were people walking past, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You've got a feeling. Well, cool. That's just going to be a psychological thing and what have you. But I do like the story. The story's very cool.
Yeah, the story's really nice. And I think, like, there's a lot of old buildings that do have stories, like, you know, that has, like, a
Women in
resident
white.
ghost.
Well, it's always a woman in a white dress.
The woman in the gown with the weird, creepy face. But, yeah.
Kathleen, I've borrowed your face.
If you can get one of your friends, Blue, to send, like, their experience and then send it to me, I'd love to hear about that, because I love stuff like that. Blue said, yeah, I don't believe it, but I thought it was an interesting story. Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I totally believe it. Like, nuns, yeah.
You see, I think they were at uni, they'd all had one or two to drink, maybe something else as well. It's amazing what the mind can do when you've had a few mushrooms and half a pint of vodka.
But do you know what? I feel like I've really enjoyed reading the stories from the community a lot more than the Reddit ones, to be quite honest.
It's much more fun reading stories from people we know.
Yeah, so if you want if any of you want to send me some more in the future, we could maybe do that in the future again. That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
'Cause I've loved reading stories from you lot. But yeah, should we have a look on who we could raid? Because I know we're 1 minute over. Oh my god.
Oh well.
Gone over, Jeff. Gone over. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. I know it's a little bit different from the usual Reddit and Weeb. Like I said, we will sometimes do a little bit of a different format just to keep you interested. We hope you've enjoyed it.
And to give me a week off from the research, to be fair. It was
Yes.
nice that I didn't have to do all the prep this time.
Feedback is welcome, so if you want to send me some feedback, that would be great. Thank you so much for sending me in your stories.
That was really cool.
That was, for me,
Really cool.
the highlight. Like, I felt... Because it gives us... I don't know, it just felt a little bit more personal. It gives, you know, yeah. So I really, really liked that. And thank you for giving us your experiences and also your thoughts and opinions on stuff. I hope you lot enjoyed it. So, when are you next streaming, Jay? Not sure.
Tuesday afternoon. Can't remember what time.
Tuesday afternoon at a time.
Yeah, I think it's about 2:30, I think. I think I'm down for yeah, I think I've decided I'm doing 2:30 on Tuesday.
What are you playing?
I am playing Food Manufacturer Simulator.
Amazing. I will be tomorrow at 12 playing some demos, I think. And don't forget Bants tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Absolutely.
And we will see you all again soon. Love you very much.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Hang on, I've got to find the right button to make us go away. Bear with me. Here we go. Bye.